Here we have an OMEN 15 gaming laptop that is about 3 years old. At one point it was my daily computer/gaming machine. As you can imagine, after 3 years of gaming on a laptop, the thermal paste can get really crusty. Really, it can happen to any computer, but especially to laptops since they have to fit all the hardware into such a small space. This specific model of the OMEN series has an i7-6700HQ, H standing for high-end mobile and Q standing for quad-core since this is a 4-core CPU. This specific CPU was launched in the third quarter of 2015 with a TDP of 45 watts. It also includes Intel HD 530 integrated graphics and supports DDR4 2133 MHz RAM. Speaking of RAM, this laptop came with one stick of 8GB. There is another slot to put in another DIMM to upgrade it to 16. On the GPU side, this laptop uses an NVIDIA GTX 960M with 4GB of VRAM. My specific model has a 15.6-inch 1080p screen, but HP offers an upgrade to the same size 4K panel. The I/O is good, including 2 USB 3.0 ports, 1 USB 2.0 port, Ethernet port, full-size HDMI, and a headphone jack. It offers Bang & Olufsen speakers and a 720p webcam if you ever needed to video chat. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the problem the laptop has. Here I ran Cinebench 15 benchmark. As you can see, the temperatures get really high and the laptop was hot to the touch. I also ran CPU-Z stress test and the temperatures were going over 90 at times. When opening the laptop, you need to remove the 10 Phillips screws from the back. After doing that, try to get a small gap in between the laptop and the back cover so you could stick in a guitar pick. Once the guitar pick is in there, just go along the sides until you get a bigger gap. If you hear any popping noises, don't worry because it's just the cover getting unclipped. After the cover is off, the first thing to do is to disconnect the fans using the same Phillips bit. After that, the heatsink needs to come out. The part of the heatsink with the fins is not held down by anything. You need to unscrew the two parts that are cooling the GPU and CPU. Make sure you organize your screws while doing this. Then the GPU and CPU are exposed. When cleaning them, you need to be very careful since the die of both of them could easily be damaged. Clean the old thermal paste with some cotton balls and rubbing alcohol. Do the same to the heatsink, but be very careful because you don't want to put any dents into the surface that the thermal paste will eventually end up on. I also recommend cleaning the two fans and the heatsink before putting them back. Next, what you want to do is reapply the thermal paste onto the CPU and GPU die. After replacing the thermal paste, not only did the Cinebench score increase by 60 points, but the temperatures went down about by 20 degrees. Same happened with CPU-Z. After replacing the thermal paste, the score went up and the temperatures went down about by 20 degrees. And that's it. Now we can really see how much of a difference thermal paste can make. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe if you want to see more tech related content. See you next time.